Dr. Shahira Abdullah.
Mr. Speaker, sir, changes to the Primary 1 registration framework was introduced this year to enable more children to enroll in a school near where they live, even if they have no prior connection to the school. The changes benefit children living in all parts of Singapore, including those from lower income and social brackets. If there are more registrants than vacancies in any phase, children will be admitted based on citizenship and home-based distance. This is in recognition of the convenience for a child to study in a nearby school, as it reduces travelling time, allowing the child and family to spend more time more meaningfully. We will continue to monitor the developments and review the need to change our P1 registration framework.
Dr. Shahira Abdullah.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, Minister, for the response. Recently, there was a study from Harvard University that published the fact that social capital was the strongest predictors of upward income mobility. And basically that people with share of friends with higher SES, those with friends of higher SES actually have better income mobility. So I'm also aware that there are a lot of measures MOE is also having that allow a lot more social interactions between those of lower and higher SES. But I'm also concerned that these social interactions, there must be a focus that the students internalize that the low SES ties are also valuable as compared to only thinking that high SES ties are valuable. So I was wondering whether there is actually a focus in those social interactions, whether it's curated for them to learn that particular lesson. Thank you.
Sorry, Mr. Speaker, can I have Dr. Shahira to repeat the last 3 sentences because
Okay, so basically, there are a lot of measures, I know. I'm aware that MOE has to ensure that there's social mixing between students of different backgrounds, high SES, low SES, and many other different backgrounds. But I think the mindset may be that those with higher SES are actually, if you form ties with them, you actually have better social capital, you actually move up better. So I just want to know whether in these interactions they are curated, there is a focus to ensure that they understand that these ties, even with people from different backgrounds that of lower SES, they're actually valuable to them as compared to just having friends in higher places, basically. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Shahira, and thank you, Mr. Speaker. Sir. Yes, indeed, MOE agrees with what Dr. Shahira says. We do encourage all our students to interact meaningfully across different backgrounds, and perhaps especially across different backgrounds. That's what makes Singapore special, not just in terms of family backgrounds, occupations, where they stay, what race, language, or religion they come from. I think that's part of our social fabric. And indeed, we also acknowledge the challenge that has been highlighted, not just in Singapore, but I think across many societies, that over time, there is always a danger that society will stratify by different backgrounds, different socio-economic backgrounds, different race, language, or religion. And it is always a work in progress that we have to consciously make sure that our children have the opportunities to interact with people beyond their own background. And we do have some good efforts by some communities, and we hope to see more. So, for example, there's one particularly popular school. They have decided to have a combined sports team with another school who is not from their same background. And I thought it was a beautiful effort by the alumni of this school to reach out. Not so much to benefit the students from this less popular school, but I think the students from this so-called more popular school also benefited by having the chance to interact with people from different backgrounds, understanding the challenges, the perspective of people who are different from them. Because that is important when ultimately they come out to work, to be able to appreciate that the workforce, the people that they work with, are all very diverse. And the more we appreciate one another, the more we appreciate each other's strengths and weaknesses, we can bring out the best in the team. So we'll continue that effort.